Okay, here we go. One of us is having one of their best days. The other one, maybe not so much. One is poolside. The other one is snowside.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm having a bad day, but when I look at your screen, if you're watching this on YouTube, it could be better. It could be better.
You know what? I could have one of those fancy backgrounds that's, virtual or whatever.
It does
So
kind
maybe,
of look, it looks like you're green screened in right now. That's how nice your background is.
well, I'm watching kids swim by as we speak. So
I can hear
tell.
it.
Where am I? What is going on? Another edition of Talking Scheetz. Take it away, Dan.
I'm going inside.
Even when we got nothing to talk about, there's nowhere I'd rather be. 'Cause there's something about you and me just sitting around talking sheets.
Thank you, Dan. Half of Talking Scheetz on location in beautiful Huatulco, Santa Cruz, as a matter of fact, at the Holiday Inn. It's a beautiful location we've stayed at 4 times. You've never stayed here, Baillie, have you?
No, I've never been brought on vacation. It's really somewhere that you and Mom go a lot.
You've never been brought on vacation?
Sorry, to that location on vacation. I've been brought on many vacations.
You've been brought on many of vacations because you are a brat.
I'm a bit of a brat. It's been a brat winter. No, it looks beautiful though, from all the content that I've seen.
It is beautiful. Here with your mom, also known as Care, the executive producer of Talking Scheetz. She messed up already today. She forgot to remind her 55-year-old man-child of a husband to put sunscreen on. So I am glowing today. My
on the
head.
First day?
Well, the first full day, right? Or no, yesterday was the first full day. So no, this is like day 3, really.
I still think it's a rookie mistake.
Oh, it's a rookie mistake. I had no idea the sun was bad for you and you would get sunburnt, but I swear I was out for a very short time. Huatulco, as you know, Baillie, the most consistent place as far as weather goes. It's 32 and sunny. We never see clouds here. Haven't seen a cloud since we got here, and we won't see a cloud till we leave. And you're like literally feel like you're close to the surface of the moon if you get out into the sun a little bit too much. So you need to, again, mix in a little bit of sunscreen and mix in a little bit of shade, which is something I decided not to do today. So not bright.
You know who doesn't feel sorry for you?
Everyone listening
to this podcast from anywhere else right now, especially Alberta, especially Edmonton, going through a cold snap. We had a ton of snow this week, and you're just complaining about too much sun, exposure.
I'm not tone deaf to that. I realize that, and I'm not the kind of person when I go away I want it to be cold for everybody else, because I don't. My heart breaks for you all, and the good news for you all is that I'll be back in it, and it looks like by the time we get back, it'll be minus 33 again. So I'll be able to literally melt the snow in the driveway by just rolling on it because of my glowing sunburn. But that's all right.
You know me. I am such an advocate for sunscreen. I'm making sure everyone is getting their shade time. Maybe you should have brought me along. I wouldn't have happened on my watch. I'll tell you that.
All I needed was a nagger here. No, thank you. Your mom is doing just great. Okay, well, let's get into the show. Again, thank you to the Holiday Inn for giving us this beautiful location. We're poolside. There is a family. It's so quiet here. There's like a family of 4 here. There's 2 kids, probably 10 and 12, and their mom and dad, or that mom and dad in the pool that are showing each other way too much affection, if you know what I mean.
Oh, wow. It's romantic. I like this poolside gossip that you've got going on here.
Yeah, the kids are like, okay, Mom and Dad, get a room already. Whatever. Maybe I'm just jealous.
That's why you didn't bring me. It would have been uncomfortable.
Exactly. I keep looking at your mom, who's just to the side of the screen here, and she says, if you showed me on that screen, the sunburn is going to be the least of your issues today.
And
so
I did say, Mom, do you want to come on the show? No.
No, she don't. She don't.
And that's okay.
All right.
That's okay.
Okay, let's get into it. We've got good sheets brought to you by our good friends at Londonderry Dodge. I was in there just before we left, actually, and saw the crew, and Jamie was doing well, Mitch was doing well. They're doing a brisk business this time of year as they get set, of course, for the new year. This is the best time to buy a vehicle. It really is, because they got to get rid of the 2025s. The last thing they want is a bunch of 2025s in stock, and you can get one, whether you want to drive something like Baillie has a pleasure of driving, which is the
2026 Jeep Compass Trailhawk. It's beautiful. It's been really, really good for winter driving. It has ice mode, which is pretty cool. Ice mode, snow mode. It's got everything. And yeah, you can check them out. Londonderry Dodge. The best. It's the best.
Yeah, the Ram.
Your
Rebel,
Dodge Ram.
love it too.
Is it a good airport vehicle?
You know what? I rode in the back seat actually on the way to the airport because your brother dropped us off, and that was a reminder in the back seat. I was in the back seat with your daughter when your mom was in the shopping, and I'm like, this back seat of this vehicle is ridiculous. Like you could have like a lazy boy in the back of that thing.
It's
and just
bigger than our living room. It's bigger than our living room.
It's gorgeous. Thank you, Londonderry Dodge. Let's get into it. Good Scheetz. What's your good Scheetz this week?
My good Scheetz is women's hockey. Women's hockey. I know we talk a lot about men's hockey on this podcast. We talk a lot about sports in general. But Leona and I had the chance to check out the Rivalry series at Rogers Place this week, which is Team USA women's hockey versus Team Canada women's hockey. And they're kind of doing a rivalry, small, short in kind of season series before heading to the Olympics. And it's always a treat to get to see the best of the best women's hockey locally on the ice. I know there's the PWHL, which we follow, but it was really, really cool to kind of see both teams face off. And it was kind of a solo mom date for me. I brought Leona without Renato, and it was really cool to see her. She loves hockey. Obviously, she's 16 months old. She doesn't know much, but it was really, really cool to tell her, like, you could be playing on this team one day, and she has no idea what I'm saying, but when we watch the NHL, that's not the same, right? So it was really cool to watch some of the best women's talent in hockey. We had a really good time. There's another game this weekend as well, which I'm not going to be able to check out because there's an overlapping Oilers game, but we got to see the first one. Team Canada, unfortunately, did lose the game. Team USA's goaltending was really, really good, but I still think it was so fun to see such a competitive atmosphere for women's sports. And another thing that was so great about it is, like when we checked out the PWHL game in Edmonton last year, the crowd was just full of young girls wearing their team hockey jerseys and young women, and it was just a really exciting, inclusive crowd, and we had a great time.
You know what? I watched the game, and because it was on TV, and Joan Jett's "I Love Rock and Roll" seemed to be the USA goal song. By the time the game was over, Joan Jett's voice was tired from singing because I think they got about 10 goals.
They got 10 goals.
Doesn't matter till the Olympics. You know what? Let's let them think they got us, and then at the Olympics will be, if they manage to get that arena built in Italy,
That's
which is another
thing.
That's another crazy story. You've been to Italy, Baillie. Does it surprise you? Again, not that people there, but they're so laid back, aren't they? Like they really are.
I have spent more time in southern Italy. I've actually never been to northern Italy where the Olympics are taking place. Someone send Talking Scheetz to the Olympics. Come on. I have a break from work. But
great idea.
I do think that like the culture is a little bit more chill than maybe North American culture. But you know what? I do also have faith that they're going to get it done. I do think so.
Don't you worry. We got time.
They have to have their giant lunch dinners with all of their family and their Sunday traditions and their naps. And I respect that. I love Italian culture. I've kind of pushed my way into it, so I can't complain, but I do hope that the teams are able to play. I will also say, being a fan of the PWHL, a lot of the players on Team USA I'm also a fan of. So it was still like, I really wanted Team Canada to win, and we have some good friends on that team and things like that, but it was still we weren't cheering against them in the same way that we might in men's hockey. Another thing is, I learned that night that Leona loves Joan Jett. I had never played I Love Rock and Roll for her before, and if you're watching on YouTube, this is what she did every single time Team USA scored. She was absolutely headbanging to I Love Rock and Roll. So all in all, it was a great night for us. She had so much fun. She was adopted by a young girls hockey team at one point. They just all came to say hi to her, and she was hugging them, and it was really, really fun and really, really special. So I'm hoping there's more women's hockey in Edmonton coming up. I know there's a couple PWHL games that are happening. I know one December 27th and one in April, but it's just always good to support that for sure.
Shout out to, again, Danielle Serdachny and Emrance Mashmeyer. They both will be on this podcast. We're just trying to make a way to make that happen.
Their schedules are a little busy.
Yeah, just a little busy as far as that goes, but and yeah, the show again. We talked about it when we went to the PWHL game that happened in Edmonton. It's got a Taylor Swifty kind of vibe to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that's awesome. You know, anything girl power. Let's go. We'll get to Taylor coming up before this is over. My good Scheetz is airplane travel really isn't ideal. And again,
No.
it gets you to great places like this, and so it's all worth it. But we're getting on the plane. And it's a WestJet. It's a I was gonna say continuous flight. It's a nonstop flight.
Continuous.
But yeah, but we're getting on the plane, and I said to your mom, as we always go in zone 9, which is the last ones to load, because I don't pay extra for a carry-on or anything like that. But that's another story. So we always load last. But I'm like, there is not that many people getting on this plane, and we get on this plane, and sure enough, we're in 12 E and F or D and E or whatever it was, and there's a guy beside us, but half of the plane is empty, and we were the last ones on. And I looked at your mom, and I'm like, high five. And like, honestly, as soon as that plane took off the ground, Karen and I had our own row, and then we literally had our own row. Like, she was in one row, and like you know, one side, and I was in the other. We both stretched out, and it was the best flight ever. And I posted about it, and everybody said, oh, you must be going to the States, because for obvious reasons, there's a bunch of half-empty, three-quarters empty planes going to the United States right now. I wonder why. And but nonetheless, no, I said, we're going to Mexico. I think we just got lucky. It's that time just before Christmas where people are like, I can't really go away now because Christmas is coming. And we hit it, and it was the best flight ever. What a good Scheetz. I mean, I'm telling you, because normally you feel like there's one or two extra people on the plane that don't even have seats, right?
Yeah, and you're basically flying in a pod without paying for it. Like, you
We
had
were.
your own
No.
personal pod. Oh, that is a good Scheetz. That's really lucky. When you have the leg room to stretch out on a flight like that, yeah. I guess nobody is taking vacation from work on December 10th when you think about it. Like, so that makes sense. Everyone is saving all of their hard-earned vacation for the Christmas break. So this is kind of a travel hack that you're revealing to the Scheetz heads here.
We always go this time of year, and it is usually quieter, right? Which, you know, but again, then we are going to get back, and bang, Christmas is going to be in our faces, but that's okay. It's all worth it. Also, a shout out to the WestJet flight attendant, the singing one. We had a singing one. She sang a bunch of stuff before we took off. She sang as we landed. She just sang, and she had a great voice, and it was a nice little touch.
A singing flight attendant is also that's a nice perk. What was she? Was she singing Christmas carols?
Yes, she was singing songs with Christmas Carol, like, I can't even remember, like Dashing Through the Snow, but she was doing like Flying Through the Air, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Like WestJet themed Christmas carols.
Yeah, it was really neat.
Oh.
It's a
I don't know
nice
if,
little
I don't know
touch.
if everybody would love that.
Not everybody would, but you know what?
I like it.
If they don't, they're the problem.
That's true. It's true.
Bull Scheetz, brought to you by Cook County Saloon and Steakhouse, AAA Alberta Beef. I noticed that on Sunday they had a date night Oiler watch party at Cook County Saloon, and I'm sure that went real well for them. I think that's a great idea, because more and more people are looking for creative ways to find the love of their life.
So like a matchmaking event.
Yeah, like that kind of idea. Yeah,
like an Oilers matchmaking event.
A singles mingles. Yeah, you like the Oilers, you like Cook County Saloon, you like country music. You're pretty much a perfect person, in my view. And Cook County Saloon and Steakhouse sets it all up. So thank you to Cook. We love that bar, and I saw some more social media posts from last night. It was hopping again there.
It always is. It always is, especially when it gets cold. I feel like there's something so Edmonton about waiting outside a bar in -30 without a coat on, and then just like getting sweaty in the bar, and then going home in the cab freezing cold. But it's something that Edmontonians love to do, and I feel like there's no warmer place to be than Cook County Saloon. Maybe the only place warmer than Huatulco was Cook County Saloon last night.
I'm guessing. All right, what is your Bull Scheetz for the week?
Okay, I'm going to approach this delicately, because I know that there's different circumstances in life, and people have different situations, especially with work and time off and sick days. But my Bull Scheetz is just when people go public places while they are visibly and actively super sick. And I don't mean a doctor's office, somewhere you need to be I mean, like, somewhere you don't need to be. The movie theater. You don't need to be at a hockey game. You don't need to be at these places when you are hacking up a lung. Like, you can see in someone's face that they are sick. It is cold and flu season right now. I know the pandemic taught us a little bit more about sickness etiquette and trying to be a bit more cautious, but I feel like it is just, we're losing that a little bit. And I didn't think about it as much as I do now, having a 16-month-old at home. Those kids pick up germs like crazy. Taking them places when you're like, oh, that person was so sick and they were right beside us in the washroom line or whatever, we're going to get sick again. So of course, Leona has the sniffles and it's my bullshit. It's like, if you can stay home, if you have the privilege to just cozy up in your bed and drink a tea, do that. You know, we don't need more sickness and colds going around in the holiday season. And wash your hands. That's my PSA of the day.
Yeah, no, that's very fair. I mean, again, I come from a different generation, which is no excuse. But yeah, in the old days, it was like, you took pride in never taking a sick day
tough,
and
for sure.
being going to work like Brett Kulak, who we're going to talk about. Play 397 straight games, and I remember having pride in never taking a sick day, But then, then all of a sudden everybody's sick and not feeling well. It just doesn't make any sense, especially around the little people.
Yeah, and I recognize that there are spaces you have to go, and some people don't have the option of taking sick days. I know that for sure. But I mostly mean like a recreational activity. Like you could have stayed home. You didn't need to be there tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. All right. Well, my cell phone provider is, and. We're having some data issues. We don't know why, but your mom keeps getting warnings that she's 75, 80, 85, 90. Sounds like I'm doing my auctioneering as far as her data usage goes. So she gets a text and they say, hey, click 1 if you want extra data, whatever. So she panics and does it, and then she tries to undo it and she can't undo it. And so it's, I don't know, $79 for this package or whatever. So I go to phone them, which is something you could always do. You could call 611 and an operator standing by, and they would get to you, and you could deal with somebody. Not anymore. It's like as soon as you get through, they say, we're sorry, we're busy. Please click on the link, the text message link we just sent you to talk to a virtual assistant. Mm-hmm. So I go, okay, why not? So I click on the virtual assistant, and the first thing I ask the virtual assistant is, can I please talk to a real assistant? And there is no way I can talk to a real assistant. What is your issue about? And obviously it's artificial intelligence, but anyway, I'm going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and finally, after literally probably a half an hour, they put me through to another person on text message, and I think this is a real person, and we go back and forth for another half hour. There's nothing they can do about any of it, and I'm just like, okay, bullshits, and that's it.
I think that this is true of many businesses and things these
not
days.
Just them.
The AI chatbots. I have never in my life been helped by an AI chatbot. Like I just, there's some things that cannot be replaced by AI. Honestly, most things in my opinion, but the human element of like helping someone out and recognizing what an issue is and trying to find a solution is just, AI is not there yet. And it is just a frustrating process talking to this robot being like, please help me with my cell phone data. That's fair. That's very fair.
Yeah. And I've never, they always start with when you talk to a live person, they say something to the effect of, hey, we will not tolerate any verbal abuse and things like that. I would never verbally abuse a real person, but I do want the chat box I'd like to verbally abuse.
It can be very frustrating because they just don't understand what you're saying. And
no kidding. All right, that's my bullshit.
That's fair.
Okay, let's move along. Let's talk about Mexico and some of the things that have been happening here in Huatulco. I had this vision of some kind of a post, and I thought, okay, as we're getting on the WestJet plane, but just before we found out there was nobody on it, I was standing at the entrance of the plane where there's the difference between the heat and there where it gets really cold before you get on the plane. If it's really cold, and it was like -30, so it was really cold. So I did this video of me snapping my fingers, and you could see the cold air coming out of my mouth, and then my vision was to snap my fingers, and when I snapped them, I would be here at the pool jumping in the pool here, just like snap my fingers and
Like
out of that.
a TikTok transition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I did it once with a shirt on, my lifeguard shirt, because I'm, again, I'm the kind of guy that showers with all my clothes on because I'm just too embarrassed. And no disrespect to executive producer Care, but we just didn't quite get the shot right. So I said, okay,
I'm sure it was her fault.
well, she just did. I said, just keep running it, run the video. But maybe she was, I don't know. But it's not her fault. But
No.
because she, the sunscreen definitely is, but that wasn't.
On New Heights with Jason and Travis Kelce, Jason went on this rant way years ago at the beginning of the podcast about how he was supposed to be wearing jeans during this photo shoot, but Kylie didn't pack him. His wife, Kylie Kelce, didn't pack him jeans. And so that way he was blaming it on her that he wasn't dressed properly for this event. And then Travis just said, why didn't Jason bring jeans for Jason? And I think that why didn't Chris put sunscreen on Chris is like kind of I think that's probably a fair comparison to make today.
Of course that is. But anyway, so I had to shoot the shot again. So I reluctantly, because my shirt was soaking wet, I reluctantly took my shirt off, and I was going to shoot the shot.
You put some skin on the internet.
I put some skin on the internet for all those ladies that really like a real dad bod. And
tarps off on Maine.
Snapped my fingers, and the water was very wet on the side of the pool because I had already done a belly flop into the pool. And I went to go in, and you can see this, and I slipped, and I went in face first, and I caught my shin and my leg on the side of the pool, on the pool edge. And at first, as soon as I hit the water, I thought, I think I just broke my leg in half.
Your shin. Oh.
Yeah, and fortunately, that has to be the toughest bone in the world. Like, I think you could drive over it with a tank, because I hit it so hard. So then I came back up and I said, oh my gosh, that was terrible, but I'm glad I survived. I could feel my leg kind of starting to bulge like Fred Flintstone's head when he got hit in the head with it. That's for all of our whatever age of people that I've got that are my age. And so then we shot it again, and then I said to myself, you know what, I think maybe the one to keep is the one where I like literally bang my legs so hard. So
you hurt
sure
yourself
enough
for it.
I posted this, and I posted that one, and sure enough, people love to see people get hurt, because as of this point it's got like 80,000 views. And again, you do these, and again, we're getting some really good traction with some of the Alberta Dreams family reveals that we're doing. But if they should be the ones getting 80,000 views, not the fat guy at the pool slipping in and banging his leg. It's weird what the internet picks up on.
As someone who professionally works in social media, sometimes you really just you can't guess. You can't. You can try your hardest, but you can't guess.
And again, one more thing about it. You talk about it being a TikTok craze. On TikTok, it's got 387 views, and it's got 80,000 on Instagram. Yeah. I have no idea. Like, you can't predict what works and what doesn't.
The algorithm, man. The algorithm.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, that guy hurt himself, and that looks hilarious. Let's just boost that one up, right?
Yep.
Okay. I got another one here.
Anything for the views, though.
Anything for the views. All right. I thought I'd throw in a Mexico, am I the only one that? And this is a weird one. Your mom and I got in again, everything worked so well to get here. The plane was half full. We went through customs at the airport in like record time. Our suitcases were just waiting as soon as we came to the whatever that thing is, that the conveyor belt, and we get out, and then we're gonna get a cab to from the airport to get to here, and we get this like big kind of van for the two of us, and we're sitting beside each other in these two seats, and I said to Kara, should we put our seatbelts on? And we kind of looked at each other like, we never put our seatbelts on when we're on vacation. And I'm thinking to myself, are we the only ones that don't wear seatbelts? Like, no disrespect to the people that drive vehicles here and the roads here. This is way more dangerous than at home, and I'll never leave the house without my seatbelt on at home. But why do we not put seatbelts on when we're in cabs in different locations? Do we think that like there's a super whatever guidance thing over top of us or something? I don't know.
You can't get hurt. You're in your vacation era. I feel like you're just more relaxed in general, probably. Like there's things
Right.
that you might do that you would never do. That being said, I will always look for a seatbelt. Even on vacation, I really will. And I don't know if that's producer Renato's paranoia, because he is definitely a seatbelt guy. Sometimes he makes sure that I'm buckled up even leaving our house. Before he will put the car in drive, he checks for seatbelts. So I think that it might be an anxiety thing, but I do think that if a seatbelt is available, you should wear it, no matter if you are on vacation
of course you
or
should.
not.
I'm like, of course you should. You should also wear sunscreen. But what makes on holidays you feel like you're indestructible? Like nothing
Well,
can happen. And look at me. I should have broke my leg yesterday.
Yeah,
like,
but
what is
everything's-
what? Why?
You got lucky boy syndrome going on in Mexico. But as the grandparents to my daughter, who are the beloved grandparents to my daughter, I would appreciate it if you stayed safe.
I get it.
I need a
I get it.
babysitter. I need a babysitter every once in a while.
I get it. All right. There's a party bus here. There's party buses. They're double-decker buses, and they got like the greatest like Latin music going, and they're all neon, and they got lights, and they fly, and people go by, and they're just rocking and partying like crazy. We've seen them for like so many years here, but we have never gotten on one. But I told your mom we gotta go on one this year, so watch for that because. I said to Kara, I said we get on at the square in La Crucecita, and it takes you all around the bays here in Huatulco, and she says, but how do we get off? When do we get off? I said, they don't take you hostage on the bus. Like there must be.
There must be an exit point.
Yeah,
Do you think that people wear seatbelts on the party buses?
Oh, definitely not. No, and they're drinking tequila on that bus too. But it's just like you're walking down the street, and all of a sudden you can hear it coming in the distance, and it's just like you know, yariba, yariba, and away they come, right? And it's just so we have to do that. I think that would be a lot of fun.
I would like to see it. I would like to see a vlog,
yeah,
a party bus vlog.
What is a vlog?
Like that's like when YouTubers or like TikTok or Instagram people like the day in the life, you know, they're vlogging, they're just talking to the camera about their lives. You vlog sometimes. You vlog in your car. Yeah, it's just like when you're talking to the camera and then posting it on social media.
Okay. All right.
There we go. I guess I taught you a new word today.
We're going to get to the Oilers coming up here shortly, but I'm wearing my Oiler loud and proud kind of festive parrot shirt if you're watching on YouTube, and I'm gonna go to an Oiler game or two or three. There's many bars downtown, and they've got all the NHL games on them here. They know like this. Huatulco is it's probably as many Canadians here as anybody else other than Mexicans, and it's lots of fun to watch the games in places like this, and you find some other Oiler fans or Flames fans, and have a lot of fun. So that's another thing that we're gonna do for sure.
Huatulco is oil country south. Huatulco, Mexico is oil country.
It is, and it's also Saskatchewan Rough Rider country. I don't know how many, like a guy came to the pool today, he's got his Saskatchewan Rough Rider. He was like what Matt DeBurs used to call, he was a real beauty. He looked like he definitely pulled a fifth wheel. Like he had the gray hair and the gray mustache and kind of the belly like me, but he had the Saskatchewan Rough Rider shorts on, right? And they weren't swim shorts, but he was going in the pool with them because they're somebody just splashed. But it's rider country, and it's definitely Oiler country, which is a good thing. That's what I think. I love it so much.
I hope you get to party with him on the party bus.
I think that man will be in bed by 9. I guarantee it.
Okay, that kind of guy.
Custom Carmen Goldsmith. I went in there this week to pick up your ring that they fixed for you.
Yes.
There she is. She's showing her ring.
I'm married. It's so exciting. For some background context, I haven't been able to wear my wedding ring that fits since probably my 3rd trimester of pregnancy, because I got so swollen. I was pregnant in the summer, and then since then it just hasn't fit right. And I can't even tell what they did, but they resized it perfectly. It fits perfectly. It's shiny. It looks better than it did before. They do amazing work.
They do amazing work. And Custom Carmen Goldsmith in Devon, I went in and then Terry said, oh my gosh, are you going to sing for us? Because I sang last episode. All the gold in Devon, Alberta. You remember the song?
Yes.
Is on sale right now, and it's on sale till Christmas Eve. So get it now. Gold and silver, 40% off until December 24th. So you can get that special present for yourself or for somebody in your life and save yourself a ton of money. They're trying to sell everything that they have. They're refocusing again on obviously repairs and fixing, which is something that you experience, which is great, and design and stuff like that. So they're going to go in a different direction, but that means you will be rewarded. Custom Carmen Goldsmith, they can do it for you. And that's interesting. So your ring doesn't fit because your finger is swollen. I wonder if they could adjust my belts, because they don't really fit
all
me
your
very
clothes.
well.
I do want to also say that if you're listening to this podcast on the day of its release, it will be 10 days until Christmas. And if you are, I'm not going to say just a man, but if you are somebody who has kind of dropped the ball on looking for a beautiful Christmas gift for your partner or someone in your life, Custom
Starting to panic.
Custom Carmen Goldsmith has got you covered, and you're going to get a great deal.
All right, customgoldsmiths.ca. Terry and Lynn, they're great people, and they've got a great product, and it's 40% off right now. And there's, again, just a few days till Christmas, which is quite frightening, really. You know what? With the cold weather in Edmonton, I was just thinking to myself, because I'm, of course, not really thinking of the cold weather, but you know what would be a great thing right now? Sourdough bread bowl from Mother Dough Bread Co.
Oh, this weather, like the bread bowl, or even just a nice one of their hot sandwiches, would, like a hot roast beef sandwich, just perfect for this weather. It is soup weather. It is sourdough bowl season weather for sure.
Probably the two things I miss most are my granddaughter right now and the sourdough bread bowl.
I wish, you could have brought one of them with you on the trip.
The sourdough bread bowl? Not a bad idea. I wonder how that would taste with a little bit of taco meat in it. You could make yourself an enchilada with that. Hey,
I'd like tortilla soup.
I'm just thinking. Again, Mother Dough Bread Co. It's fantastic. They a great bread makes a great sandwich, and they make a great one. So check them out right now. They're in Winterburn Point, and this is a perfect day for a sourdough bread bowl, guaranteed. And you can put chili in it, the Ranchland chili, which it comes from Friesen Brothers, or the chicken noodle soup, and it's absolutely fantastic. Mother Dough Bread Co. Now open.
It's delicious.
Awesome. All right, what's trending in this world of ours? I've seen it. I've heard about it. I've seen about it, but I haven't watched any of it. But Heated Rivalry. Tell us about Heated Rivalry, Bailey.
Well, to be honest with you, this format, a podcast with my dad, is not really the place that I would wish to talk about this show. But you know what? We're here, and we're talking about what's trending, and I think that it's important to talk about. So, Heated Rivalry is originally a book by Rachel Reed, a Canadian author, and it is the story of two hockey players that are rookies, and they fall in love. Two male hockey players that fall in love, kind of coming up through the league, and it details their love story throughout the years. It has now been turned into a show by Jacob Tierney, who is the director of Letterkenny as well as Shoresy, so two Canadian iconic shows that have a lot of hockey in them. But this show includes a lot more, let's just say, spicy scenes than his previous shows. It is definitely an explicit show, but I think that the love story at the core of it, and told through hockey, is just it's really, really good. It's picking up online. I've just started it. I think 4 episodes are released now. But it is blowing up online. Like, it has exposed, for lack of a better word, hockey to a full new audience. Like, we have girlies online talking about the power play, talking about hockey jerseys, talking about all of these different things, because the girls and the gays are into Heated Rivalry, and it's a beautifully shot and beautifully acted show. I think that it is beyond trending. I do want to say that there are, as a hockey fan, I'm a romance fan first, but a hockey fan second, there are some wild inaccuracies in the show, it also makes it kind of fun, is pointing out, like, knowing a little bit of the back and forth of the actual NHL, watching their version of it has been very, very entertaining.
Okay, what's the craziest inaccuracy?
Well, two of the rookie players, which is it's based on Shane and Ilya. The Canadian is Shane, and the Russian guy is Ilya. They're both rookies in the NHL, and they scored 67 goals each.
6-7.
6-7, but 67 goals each in their rookie season. They also the teams practice in their full jerseys, which I think is so funny. It kind of seems like morning skate doesn't exist in their world. I like this version. It's a fun show, and they can do whatever they want, but it's fun as a hockey fan kind of watching this stuff. And all the actors had to, for the most part, learn how to skate and play hockey to do the show.
Well, you know what? And I think, to get it kind of serious for a moment, obviously, and statistically, there are a significant number of gay hockey players. Luke Prokop, who is he with the Oilers now?
He's with the Bakersfield Condors, and he's playing really, really well in Bakersfield, but he's amazing.
Yeah, so obviously he came out incredibly bravely, and so if it gets people to think, in a different way as well, I think that's a positive thing. We'll see. I might just have to check it out. Do you think I would enjoy it? I don't know if I love the love story part, but I mean it doesn't matter. Like I like the hockey part. Has it got a little slap shot in it or no?
For sure. And I think that a way to look at it too is like there are so few queer and gay love stories shown on television, and when you turn on any romance film or any rom-com or almost any show, there are explicit scenes, usually between a man and a woman. So it's kind of just the same thing for this. I think that there might be some fast forwarding you want to do, as you would with any explicit scene. You know me. It's like love stories are not my thing. Like, it doesn't matter. It is very romantic and very steamy, but I do think that the show itself is really, really good. So it might be something to check out. Okay, I'm hooked on Pluribus or whatever it's called. Yeah. We don't have Renato here to explain it all, but it's really that show is starting to heat up. There's no romance in that one at all. And no. So that's why you liked it. It's all good. 6-7, Bailey. 6-7. I thought it was going away, but it is only intensifying. I saw recently that In-N-Out Burger, which, by the way, bring In-N-Out Burger to Canada. Like that place is fantastic. But I saw that they've outlawed, because they call numbers for when your order's ready. They've had to outlaw 67 because literally the teens would be in the place. And they'd go 6-7, and the place would go crazy. Everyone would lose their minds. They also had to outlaw 69, but that's another story. I think they should just go. They should go 66 to 70 straight up. and I saw in a basketball game. It was a women's basketball game. I think it was a college game, but there was a girl that had three free throws. And it could get it to 67, and every time she got 66, the crowd goes crazy. When I say the crowd, the screaming from the young people. Then 67, or 60, whatever. Then it got to 67. The crowd went crazy. It's not going away. Nobody can explain it, but it is getting bigger, not smaller. Yeah, at Rogers Place, before the Oilers games, they do a 6-7 cam, and they show all the kids on the camera, and they're all doing this, and it's just like it is absolutely taken off. You think people would be sick of it by now, but I think it might be forever. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Well, your mom and I, she said when we came here, like in the evenings, when it gets quiet and you just get back to the room after going on the party bus or watching the Oiler game or doing whatever you're going to do, and the Holiday Inn here at Huatulco, she said, we're going to watch this Taylor Swift documentary. And the documentary is about the Eras Tour. Mm-hmm. The process of putting together and executing on the Eras Tour. So, again, if I didn't think I could love Taylor Swift any more than I do, because I love her a lot. I mean, I don't love her as much as you do, because yours is an unhealthy love, mine is healthy. Yeah. But I love everything that she represents and everything she is. But we saw the first episode so far, and it is really good. Like, it's so amazing. And first episode's got Ed Sheeran in it, and it's got her being afraid because they had the terrorist threats and stuff, and she is so well spoken, and the things that anyway, it's fantastic. And then I saw on the internet today, it must be one of the spoiler alert, but one of the episodes coming up, when she announces to all of the people that work for her that she's giving them a significant amount of money as a bonus, and
they blur it out or they bleep it out. But the rumor is it was $197 million. Obviously, the truck drivers each got $100,000 each or something like that.
Yeah, there's a rumor circulating that her dancers got 750,000.
Right.
Which is just crazy. What I think is even crazier is the fact that you and Mom have watched the end of the end of an era, Taylor Swift's documentary, and I haven't had a chance yet.
Wait till you get home, and we've watched Heated Rivalry too. You wait.
Scooped me. You scooped me on all the things I want to watch. I have so many high hopes of, and again, like Taylor Swift is maybe it's like my family, my job, and then Taylor Swift for me. So it's very important, but I just haven't had the time. It's been a busy weekend with the Oilers. They're on the road, but we're still covering, and then we're gonna get into some of the other stuff that happened this weekend. But I love that you're loving it, but I'm also jealous that you got to watch it.
I can't tell people how to think and feel, but if if you have these thoughts and these feelings about Taylor Swift and you're like, oh gosh, she's this, she's that, she's all these other things, if you watch that documentary and your mind isn't at least somewhat changed to go, this person just actually gives the world hope and love and things like that, then I can't help you. Then you're not to be helped. Like, and I don't mean to be dramatic that way, but and I know you see the world the way you see the world, and you can't. But it's amazing. So anyway, shouts out to Taylor.
And happy birthday! It's her birthday weekend as well. Happy birthday to Taylor Swift and our friend Brie.
December 13th, and Brie, a Scheetz head.
Icons only.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing that is trending every holiday season is the debate online on whether or not the movie Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not. What do you think?
Yeah, obviously it is. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of killing in it, but, that aside, it's at a Christmas party. So obviously it's a Christmas movie. That's my take anyway.
We have some incredibly talented family members that kind of took this concept and made something really cool out of it, which is the Die Harsh Christmas musical in Edmonton.
Yeah, absolutely. A shout out to Sarah and Evan, probably two of the most talented family members we have. I mean, yeah, they're cousins, but whatever.
When someone gets famous and is talented, you can claim them no matter what.
yeah, second cousin, third cousin, fourth cousin, whatever. We're related. And okay, so it's something to check out.
They really made Die Hard into a Christmas play, and it's a really, really good time.
And where's it at?
It's at the Orange Hub Theater in Edmonton. On 156th Street when you drive, and it used to be the McEwen. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. Gets you in the holiday spirit and the Die Hard spirit, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure there's no killing at it, though.
Well, not real, for sure.
Well, not fake. Well, maybe. I don't know.
I think so. I think there's a little bit.
Die Harsh. How do they do it?
Die Harsh. Yeah, Sarah's directing the play and choreographing it, and Evan's starring in it. So awesome. We love to shout out talented family members.
Okay, let's do this. Saving this towards the end because I didn't want to make you sad at the very beginning. But you work for the Edmonton Oilers, you're a social media manager, and
yes.
for the team. And again, you put out the tweets and things that happen. You help make the announcements online. We could all speculate because there's been a lot of rumors, and then and again, taking the hockey part to one side and the personal part to the other side. It was a tough day for you, wasn't it?
Yes. The Edmonton Oilers traded Stuart Skinner, the goaltender, and Brett Kulak, the defenseman, to the Pittsburgh Penguins, and trades are hard for me in general. I think that I don't really have that mental fortitude or toughness that some people that work in sports have, where they can just be like, oh, this is business. With everything I do, I think I take things very personally. And so trades have always been hard when they have happened while I've been working. But this one was, I would say, particularly hard, just knowing the humans that are no longer going to be on the team. Completely off the ice. No comment on any of that. It's always sad it's in most jobs, your coworkers don't get traded away suddenly. They could be laid off or let go, but they don't get sent to another company across the country or in a new country. So it was a bit of a sad day and a busy day for me. And that's the other thing is once these moves happen, I don't get as much advance notice as you might think. You're just scrambling, and then you have your Friday becomes a lot different than you thought it would be, for sure.
Yeah, and you know the opposite side of that is obviously, well, they get paid a lot of money. That's just part of the job. But when they get word that they're being moved and traded and they're going to be uprooting their families, it doesn't matter how much money you make at that time.
That's beyond money.
You're literally you're a father, you're a husband, you know, you're a son, you're a grandson, and these two guys obviously they were lucky enough to be playing in their hometowns with their families close, and you know, again, taking the hockey part aside, I was always a huge Stuart Skinner backer and supporter. You know, for better or worse, he was one of my ride or die guys. I was just always very supportive, and I think it's because I knew what kind of person he was only through you. You know, and then Brett Kulak, we remember him as a kid. He played hockey with your cousins and our nephews, and Stony Plain, Parkland County kid, you know, and we know his parents very well. And so there's the business side, there's the personal side, and then there's the side of an 8-year-old like our great nephew Braxton, who has always been Stuart Skinner's biggest fan. And so sure enough, yesterday he spent a lot of time crying at school after he heard the news, right?
He had to be pulled out of class because it was so heartbreaking. Oh, yeah. I remember trades like that growing up, but yeah, Braxton, and there's a lot of those kids out there in Edmonton that look up to these players, and then they get traded, and yeah, it's part of the job and it's part of the business, but it's still, you can still be sad about it. You're allowed. If I'm allowed, then you're allowed.
Absolutely. I want Stuart Skinner to do great. I want Tristan Jarry to come in and win the Stanley Cup. And you know what? He's my new favorite goalie, and go Tristan, go. But there's a reality that there's, you know, and there's just some people that just don't ever look at the personal side of it. They're just, again, these guys, and you watch them make the occasional error on the ice, and you see it. A lot of them are still young boys, like they're in their early 20s, and they're still figuring some stuff out. But they get paid a lot of money, and there's a lot of expectations. So that's what it is.
We wish them all the best. And there are worse places to be than playing with Sidney Crosby.
Way worse. Yeah, it's not like they were sent to Siberia, so they're fine. Nothing against Siberia, because it's probably warmer than Edmonton this week.
Maybe we might have one listener from Siberia. I'll have to check the map. They're going to be mad.
A shout out to the Siberian listener. It's time for Community Sheets, brought to you by Crystal Glass. Crystal Glass do two things. They do glass better than anybody else, and they do community better than anybody else. It started with Ed Bean, and now Ken Franchuk and the crew just do incredible things for our City of Champions. So they want to sponsor Community Sheets, and we're going to gladly let them do that. 880 Chad.
You always get that wrong.
840 is CFCW. 880 Chad. Santa's Anonymous delivery weekend coming up, and we've talked about it. I think we talked about it last episode. It's a really rewarding and an amazing opportunity for you to get out in the community. 2,500 different volunteer drivers are needed. 2,500 to deliver those 20,000 packages to these kids that that so deserve them so much, right?
It's such an important thing that we do in our city, and the gifts make a huge difference. It's a full package. They don't just get one gift, they get a full experience, and the holiday joy, and even the joy of seeing Edmonton come together for the deliveries is incredible. We've been a part of that day so many times, and seeing the long lines to deliver the toys just means a lot.
Yeah, and it's not delivery day unless it's minus 30, so I'm sure it will be. And I think it will be like minus 30. So there you go. The other thing I wanted to mention, Baillie, in Community Sheets this week is, I know I was going to say that Christmas Bureau as well is another organization you can help this time of year to make sure that everybody has the festive Christmas meal. But it doesn't always have to come. And Santa's Anonymous is an example. It doesn't always have to come with a price, with a cost. You know what? This time of year, just doing those extra special things. Be on the lookout for your neighbor. Maybe your neighbor is a senior, and I know it's been snowing and it's been cold and miserable. Why not? Why end right at the border of your sidewalk? Why not continue on? Right? Why not continue on and do more? I was thinking just earlier today when I wanted to talk about this, about our neighbor on our first acreage. We called him Neighbor Don, and he was a great man. He's passed away, but I'll never forget the very first time. We didn't have a snowblower. We didn't have enough money for a shovel at that time when we were first starting out, and it was almost that bad. And when it would really snow, here would come Neighbor Don, and I think you guys used to call him Don the snowblower man, and he'd come with his snowblower, and and he'd do our driveway too. And it was just one of those extra special things that one neighbor does for another. And now I'm not home now, but I usually try to snow plow for my neighbors and help out, just because that's what Don did when we needed help out. So it's just watching out and helping out is something else you can do from a community perspective.
We have an amazing man down our street. You've seen him. We've all seen him. He's leaf blower man, but he blows the snow with the leaf blower. And he doesn't just do his little portion of the sidewalk. He goes all the way down and all the way back. And we've tried to, and the other thing is, we can't get ahead of this man because he's doing it at 6 a.m. He's doing it before we even wake up. And we've tried to give him gift cards. We've tried to do various things for him, and he does not accept it. He just says, I'm retired. I have nothing better to do. I'm just helping out, and it's just so kind. But I do think we shouldn't live in a world where if you're shoveling and you've got the time, you don't need to stop right where your property line stops.
No,
you can just do it for as long as you can, or as much time as you have, or physical abilities. I know it's not easy for everyone either, but if you've got the time and the energy, just shovel a little extra. It does mean a lot. You never know what your neighbor is going through, for sure.
It's true. It's true. There you go. All right. Well, that's a nice little pick-me-up. I want to give you a little bit of a look at if you're watching on YouTube, your mom's getting very nervous because this is the marina behind us. That's where the party boats go out every day at about 10:30.
Well, there's some loud music bumping. I can tell it's picked up. The vibe has picked up since we started the podcast, for sure.
And the Huatulco sunset, it's starting to come. I don't know. Anyway,
beautiful. It's
absolutely gorgeous. I'd love to get your mom in this thing right now, but
I feel warmer just looking at it.
I can't do it. All right. Well, unless you got anything else, I think that's pretty much it.
No.
We've got.
I gotta go. I gotta go shovel
do.
my driveway and shovel my neighbor's driveway.
I wonder who's shoveling my driveway right now.
It's not us.
Shout out to your brother, hopefully.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you to the Holiday Inn Huatulco, Crystal Glass, Londonderry Dodge, Cook County Saloon and Steakhouse, Mother Doe Bread Co., Carmen Custom Goldsmith, and the Edmonton Christmas Market. We have to mention the Edmonton Christmas Market because they're going strong. You got the toque, right?
Yeah, I'm representing here. They gave me this when we went last week, and they do really want everyone to know that, especially when we look ahead to some of these really, really cold days, there are so many great indoor activities to do. And we experienced that when we went there. There's the actual market, which is all indoors. There's the food and beverage tent, which is cozy and fun and has loud music. The Hotel Selkirk, the theater, the Capitol Theater, they all have things going on inside. So you don't have to go expecting to be outside the entire time.
Unless, of course, you've got my granddaughter, because then she's going outside.
And that's what's so funny. We got the email that was like, just remind people that you can go inside. It's like, can you really? Because she was running out of the food and beverage tent with her snow pants dangling off of her. But it's you can get in the holiday spirit without freezing yourself if you have a normal child, not like ours.
Absolutely. The Edmonton Christmas Market running straight through till December 21st, and we love them, and they're such good people. Support. I know the weather hasn't been great for them, but please support. Please support the Christmas Market.
You can get your tickets at yegxmasmarket.com.
All right. That's it. Adios, Baillie.
Adios. I cannot describe to you. I think that I've actually just gotten more salty as the podcast has gone on, seeing your background, but
I don't feel the love.
The holiday cheer. Just like bring me home something like a one of those little turtles or something to make me feel like I went on vacation.
What's that show called again? The hockey show? Heated Rivalry.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got some salacious things happening in the pool right now too, but that's another story.
Wow, your heated Rivalry is the only thing keeping Edmontonians warm right now, I think, is that show.
Have a great week, everybody.
Even when we got nothing to talk about, there's no 'cause there's something about you and me just sitting around talking sheets.